Good morning, everyone. Myself, Sulfia, a research scholar under the guidance of Dr. M. Geela, Associate Professor in the Postgraduate and Research Department of Commerce, the Cochin College, Kochi. Today, my topic of presentation is Three Victorious Decades of Emotional Intelligence, an overview. Moving to the introduction, every human being is intelligent. IQ is considered as a minimum capability or a threshold competence that everyone should possess. David Wegersel describes IQ as the aggregate capacity of every individual to think rationally and act consciously to sustain within his environment or surrounding. In the early studies on intelligence, prior importance was given to the use of cognitive abilities such as memory and problem solving, whereby completely ignoring the non cognitive aspects such as behavior and emotional abilities, where emotions are considered as the most vital as well as the inseparable element of human life. Emotions are involved in every action people do, every decision people make, and every judgment people make. Later, researchers found that the factors which segregate best performers from the poor performers, such as adaptability, interpersonal skills, and self confidence, leadership quality, do not have any direct relationship with the traditional intelligence called IQ, and also found that they all are strongly related to the intelligent use of emotion. It opens up the emergence and the growth of the concept emotional intelligence in the area of organizational psychology and management. Emotional intelligence is a different way of being smart. Peter Salovey and John D. Mayer defined emotional intelligence as a set of skills hypothesized to contribute to the accurate appraisal and expression of emotions in oneself and in others, the effective regulation of emotion in self and others, and the use of such emotions to motivate, plan, and achieve in one's life. Emotional intelligence is conceptualized as a set of skills which enables individuals to make use of their emotions advantageously in such a way to achieve the expected outcomes both in the workplace and in our daily life. The scope of AI covers identification and expression of both the verbal and nonverbal emotions within ourselves and in others, and its proper utilization for the purpose of problem solving and decision making. Moving to the statement of problem, AI is a hot intelligence and it's regarded as a prominent topic of interest in the area of organizational psychology and management. The concept emotional intelligence has attained wider attention with the nibbling of time among the researchers and academicians. Studies prove that emotional intelligence acts as a best predictor of major life as well as workplace outcome which leads to the success of human life. The present study discusses in detail the evolution of the concept of emotional intelligence, various models of emotional intelligence, and its measures. Objectives. These are the objectives of the study: to study the history and growth of the concept of emotional intelligence, to discuss in detail various models and measures of emotional intelligence. Methodology. The present study is descriptive in nature, which uses only secondary data collected from various published sources. Moving to the history of emotional intelligence. The early studies on intelligence was given much attention to the use of cognitive characteristics such as memory and problem solving to distinguish people from best performers and poor performers. But later researchers found that non-cognitive aspects also plays a remarkable role in determining the success of human being. In 1930s, E.L. Thorndike introduced the concept of social intelligence, where he defined the social intelligence as the ability to understand men and women, boys and girls, and act wisely in human relations. In 1940s, David Wegersel came up with the idea of non-cognitive intelligence, stating that non-cognitive aspects also an vital element in determining one's capacity to get succeed in human life. Later, in 1983, Howard Gardner introduced the concept of multiple intelligence to his book Frames of Mind, which he brings out several types of intelligence, among them interpersonal intelligence and intrapersonal intelligence got noticed. Later, the work of Gardner on multiple intelligence, which paved the way for Salovey and Mayer to propose the term emotional intelligence in the year 1990, and the concept got popularized by Daniel Goleman after the publication of his book Emotional Intelligence: Why It Can Matter More Than IQ in the year 1995. Moving to the models of emotional intelligence. Over the past 3 decades, researchers all over the world have developed various theories, models, and measures related to the emotional intelligence. Currently, there are more than 30 various measures of EI which has been developed and used. These are the three classifications of emotional intelligence: ability model, trait model, and mixed model. Moving to the ability model of emotional intelligence developed by John D. May and Peter Salovey. This model considers emotional intelligence as an internal ability and focuses on pure intelligence, where it measures are fully based on the test of maximal performance. And they also developed a four-branch model of emotional intelligence, which includes the dimensions such as emotional perception, emotional assimilation, understanding emotions, and managing emotions. Moving to the mixed model of emotional intelligence developed by Daniel Goleman, known as the father of emotional intelligence, because the concept EI got popularized after the publication of Daniel Goleman's book on emotional intelligence, Why It Can Matter More Than IQ, in the year 1995. His model consists of four dimensions such as self-awareness, social awareness, self-management, and relationship management. Moving to trait emotional intelligence developed by K.V. Petrides. He defines trait emotional intelligence as a constellation of emotional perception located at the lower level of personality hierarchy. These are the major measures of emotional intelligence which are used worldwide for measuring the construct emotional intelligence. Moving to the conclusion, in addition to IQ, the concept EI arises as a combination of measurable tendencies and competencies, and it's considered as a valid predictor of academic and occupational and life success. The growing evidence proves that AI continues to grow, and also former researchers demonstrate that emotional intelligence is the best predictor of several life as well as workplace outcome. IQ cannot alone predict overall success of human individual, but IQ and emotional intelligence together can make wonders. That's about my presentation. Thank you.